Yo, welcome back to another episode of Q Reviews. The question of the day: are Jordan Peele's movies too confusing for modern day audiences? Because Nope came out around last week and I had a whole week to think about it, and I see most audience being divisive. Some people saying it's a masterpiece, it's genius, and on the other hand, some people don't understand the film as a whole and don't know quite how to feel about it. Like, I think I liked it, I like how it looked, but I don't really know why. I really couldn't connect to the movie. That's because I think Jordan Peele likes to puzzle his audience and challenge the audience. Now, when I'm asking real talk or real question, is that a bad thing or is that a good thing? And will he go down the line like Shyamalan and you won't understand his movies and they may go too deep over the audience's head? Christopher Nolan does this as well. Wachowski brothers even started with The Matrix, which is quite literal, but the movies they made after that was finding it harder to understand for critics and for a modern day audience. Now look here, I love Top Gun. Top Gun, I think, is still my favorite summer movie of the year, but let's get it straight. I think that movie's pretty predictable, pretty straightforward, but fucking excellently crafted. I'm gonna put Top Gun Maverick in probably the biggest sequels of all time, up there with Terminator 2, Judgment Day, Aliens, we can go on. That is one of the best sequels I ever seen in my life, and just a tight film. It's easy to understand. It's a crowd pleaser. Nope is disguised as an extraterrestrial movie. People might call it the Black Signs or whatever, but it's really more like Jaws, on the surface. But under the surface, the movie goes very deep. It's the worship, basically, of spectacle, or getting that spotlight, or not paying attention to what's right in front of you. That's the main message here in Nope. Before we even get into this, let's get into Gordy. A lot of people are confused with Gordy's like, why the fuck was that monkey in the movie? They kept going back to the movie. The movie starts with the monkey. It's a whole section with the monkey in it. Like, what the hell does this mean? I don't understand. I think it's the main theme of the film, and it has a lot to do with Jupe's character. I think that's another subplot, Jupe's character, but the main thing is the spectacle of this monkey. Everybody was getting on NBC or whatever the fuck this shit came on right after Alf Gordy show, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was eating, everybody was good, you know what I'm saying? But they had this wild ass chimpanzee on the set all the time. They figured if they put fucking clothes on it, some oshkosh bagosh, it'd be cool, right? But the animal's triggered in this film when it's the birthday special and the balloons start popping off. Pop, pop, and we never really see Gordy. All we hear is the aftermath, and then they show us the aftermath of Gordy fucking killing everybody on set, you know what I'm saying? Mauling the young girl to death. And then we see another spectacle with the shoe standing up. It's called a bad miracle, you know what I'm saying? That shoe could have stood up. It could have been sitting behind something or whatever, but what reason Jupe remembered that a shoe standing up and he put it, in his museum. Now, you can't control a wild fucking chimpanzee. That's the bottom line, you know what I'm saying? They think they can control this thing and make spectacle and eat off this monkey, but this monkey's a motherfucking monkey, you know what I'm saying? I just did a video where monkeys threw a baby off the roof, real talk. So they tried to capitalize on this animal, and the animal had no idea. I was like, yo, I'm still an animal. And what's very important about the Gordy scene, even though Jupe hid behind the table, you never see Jupe, the young Jupe, and Gordy make eye contact. He's kind of under the table and it's shrouded by that cloth. So you never see them make eye contact. He kind of slowly walks to the thing and then kind of sees Jupe through the drapes and gives him the fist pump that he knows. Now, this is, I believe, that the chimp is now calming down now. It didn't know, you know what I'm saying? It wowed the fuck out because the balloons wowed him out. Now it's like, cool. And it was the point is, it would have probably killed Jupe if he would have seen him, if he looked him in the eye. And that goes back to the spaceship extraterrestrial itself, which I love the design of this ship, you know what I'm saying? It's not even a ship, it's a creature. It's an extraterrestrial creature that blew me off because it looked like some 1956 Roswell shit. But yo, we come to find out this fucking thing is Jaws, yo. It is taking shit out of, you know what I'm saying, hiding in the air in plain sight and coming to eat when it pleases. And we come to find out, just like Gordy, if you look at it, it will consume you. It will eat you alive, which is another metaphor for what I think is going on now with all the social media, even YouTube for the views. I gotta hurry up and put this fucking review out before anybody else. Pets, Super Pets, I gotta put it out right now. I gotta get my clout. But sometimes that's cool and all to do that for your passion, but make sure you're paying attention what's going on right in front of you. Now, even this goes back even when the horse, at the beginning, when OJ's character, after his dad died, the horse is on set. You know, they're telling people, hey, don't look the horse in the eye. That shit ain't cool. He don't like that shit. And then they even bring in people like, no, don't bring him in yet. Don't stand behind him. He might kick the shit out of you, bitch. He might kick the cowboy shit out of you. Don't stand behind him. They ain't listen. And it was even one part in the movie when one of the directors asked, hey, tell the horse we're going to do another take. Like the fucking horse knows what a fucking take two is, son? No, son. So as soon as they put that HDR light in its face or wherever the fuck that was, the horse wilded out and kicked it. It's a fucking animal. It has no idea what a take is, what a movie is, none of this shit. It might have worked on movies, but it don't know nothing about that. It's an animal. And OJ respected the animal. Another thing about OJ's character, I think he's the most innocent character in this movie. He wasn't with the spectacle. He always had the old school flip phone, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't with, you know what I'm saying, all the paparazzi, all that hot shit. He just wanted to keep his father's legacy going. So in the end, to capture this thing that has never been seen before, he was with his sister, the Keke Palmer's character, to get this thing on film and maybe save his dad's ranch. He wasn't with it for the spectacle. Now, Keke Palmer, on the other hand, might have kind of been for the spectacle, but this goes back even further when Jupe's dad took Jean Jacket, her horse, away, because when she was younger, all she wanted to do was be like her dad and her brother, but her dad sold the horse to the Scorpion King, and that kind of traumatized her. So that's a direct reference, her daddy not paying attention to her own daughter and what she really loved, to bring up his clout. Now this brings me back to Jupe and Gordy. Now, Jupe knew better. After that traumatizing event happened, he should have maybe chilled out, you know what I'm saying? But he had a whole museum full of this memorabilia from the Gordy show or whatever, you know, this terrible tragedy. And he couldn't control that, so he figured he can control an alien. So he brings people to his show to sacrifice horses to this alien, to suck them up, and which ends up in his own demise because, yo, he wanted to keep that Jupe thing going. He wanted the fame, he wanted the money, he wanted the spectacle. So with him being obsessed with his fame and his fortune, ended up to his family's demise and the whole crowd demise in this film. And as for OJ and Keke Palmer's character, of course they wanted to save the ranch, but they're not really endangering anyone but themselves to keep that legacy going. And then I think the director, on his own free will, he just wants to get that final shot, you know, for his career, you know what I'm saying? He was indulged by the spectacle as well. But this predatory alien don't give a fuck about spectacle. All it wants to do is eat you and suck you out and shit you out, you know what I'm saying? So that's the main, my main synopsis of the film, you know what I'm saying? It's all about spectacle, us today, us looking at things and not really paying attention what's going on, taking a picture of your food before we eat it, you know? Like, babe, can we just eat the food, you know what I'm saying? Yo, there's Eminem right there, and you pull out your phone and you start recording Eminem at a concert, well, you can just watch the concert. It's right here, here's Eminem right here. So why do we need this spectacle? Why do we need that? I think that's the deeper meaning. And I think a lot of people are not getting that, and that's not, you know, I'm not trying to be pretentious or anything like that. Jordan Peele might be a little pretentious with his storytelling, but I think it's needed, and I think it's provoking for us to think about these themes, you know what I'm saying? I think Get Out was a little bit more literal. Like on the surface, the story and everything works as the, you know what I'm saying, as the white people trying to take the black people's brain. We get it, it's literal, but it's a lot of social commentary as well. I think Us went a little too left, but this theme is right in front of our face. Matter of fact, the movie starts with Gordy in the spectacle, trying to control things that we really can't control or capitalize off of things. And that's my interpretation of the movie. But my question here again, is that too much for modern day audience? People just kind of want to keep it simple and predictable. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Like I said, Top Gun Maverick is pretty predictable, but it's a great fucking movie at the same time. I think this is a great movie at the same time, but like I said on my boy's channel, I think it's an onion. I think it's an onion. It's a lot of layers you can peel back, you know? Peel back. You see what I did there? So, and here's another one. The main thing they should have did in Nope was just get out. Instead of trying to see what I did there, instead of trying to capitalize on this thing. But I'm asking y'all as an audience, Nope worked for me. I know it didn't work for a lot of people. I can't wait to watch this thing on 4K. It's directed beautiful. Acting is off the chain. Sound is amazing. What he threw with themes, like I saw my sunglasses at night. That theme was awesome. I love the mythology of the creature, how it eats shit and spits the other shit out, you know what I'm saying? Keeps the organic matter and spits all the other things out. That's just some cool shit, like don't feed gremlins after midnight or Mogwai after midnight. I think this shit is just really cool, you know what I'm saying? I understand why people don't like it a lot, but like the more I think about it, the more I love this film. What did y'all think of Nope? And you think Jordan Peele's films are a little too pretentious or a little bit too confusing for modern day audience? Let's have a discussion in the comments below. And once again, guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, go ahead, hit the like button. If you really like this video, consider subscribing to the Q Review family. Oh yeah, don't just stare at it. Look down and eat it. Peace.
I'm out cold, you hoes been exposed. Walk up on you slow with the foe and unload. You got more left for dead on the road. I strode when your car got towed.